This is Andi Purewal, Boxing Social in association with Betfred, and I'm joined by Nisse Sauerland. Nisse, congratulations, a brilliant performance from Zach Parker, a late stoppage tonight against Rohan Murdock. How would you assess his performance and the win?
Yeah, I mean, to go all the way to the 11th round and produce such a great stoppage shows what a good fighter he is. I think we saw a world-class fighter in there, and someone who deserves a world title shot very soon.
Obviously, it was a very competitive fight up until those latter rounds. What was going through your mind as the rounds were progressing there?
If I'm honest, I had it scored. I think he dropped maybe one, maybe 2 rounds the whole fight. I think people scored it closer. I may look through different spectacles when I'm watching my guy fight, and yeah, but I still find it hard. I thought he could. The only way he could have lost it going into the 11th was getting stopped himself. But to pull out the stoppage and to excite the fans and to sort of, I think that was the fight of the night. And the stoppage, great stoppage, good job by the ref. Rohan was a great opponent, a great dance partner tonight, but it was Zach's evening.
Obviously, you've seen Zach's career progressing now. His weight is, we assume he'll be put into some type of a mandatory position, being at #1 now. Where do you think the future will lie with regards to his next bout, or what is up next for Zach?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to push as hard as we can with all the sanctioning bodies. We definitely fancy, obviously, Billy Joe, but look, we're not, Billy Joe against Canelo looks imminent. We're not naive. We'll keep busy in the background, and there's some big fights out there. John Ryder, Callum Smith, David Benavidez, Caleb Plant. I mean, the list goes on. There's some good fighters, good fights. It's almost time to do another super series, super middleweight. I'm joking. That's more my brother's field. No, I think there's some very big fights out there, and I think it's a really good division at the moment.
How do you feel Zach would fare in the world level operators? How do you think he'd get on up there now?
At world level, I mean, look, I think he'd fare very well. I would never say that he wouldn't, because, but I think he proved tonight that he's up there. Just to produce such a stoppage so late in the fight, after like 10 very hard rounds, very fast-paced rounds, to produce that stoppage in the 11th, that's world class.
You mentioned obviously the Canelo Billy Joe fight. We're waiting obviously if that is going to be the case and if it is announced. If it is, how do you actually see that one playing out?
I think Billy Joe could shock the world. I think Billy Joe has the tendency to just do enough to win. He's always raises his game to the opponent's level and just does enough to win. You saw against Eubank, it was a prime example where he won the first 6 rounds pretty easily and then just coasted. It depends on his level. It depends on his level and whether he can reach, what Canelo can produce in the ring as well.
The other name which was obviously being touted for Canelo was Callum Smith. In your opinion, who would actually provide Canelo with a tougher fight, Billy Joe or Callum?
I think they're both quite similar in what they do. They need to be up for a fight to really perform. If you see Callum against Nicky Holskin, Eric Skoglund, they perhaps weren't his best performances. Then he fights George Groves, who was possibly the best super middleweight around, and knocks him out in 7 rounds. I think both are great fights, and both, 50-50 in my opinion.
Well, so we'll leave there now. I'll leave you to enjoy the rest of your night.
If it's in Vegas, you've got to take the judges and, whatever else that goes with it into account. Because I think that Billy Joe could produce a great performance, but what's going to happen with the judges?
Well, so we'll leave there now. I'll leave you to enjoy the rest of your night and the victory. Appreciate your time as always, and thank you, Speak to Boxing Social.
All right, mate. Thanks.